Hey, how's it going? Misha Cunningham, property expert. For the last 3 years, I've essentially spent all my working time basically building up a property business, primarily focused on the rent to rent strategy. So I'm actually just driving from Sheffield. I've just been staying at one of my properties in Sheffield. I'm basically no fixed abode, right? So I basically live in whichever one of sort of properties are available. So I do rent to rent, I do rent to SA. Rent to SA is rent to service accommodation. So that's like Airbnb, Booking.com, that sort of stuff, right? So I'm just driving up to Leeds basically to pick up the keys on my 147th rent to rent unit. Actually, technically, I've actually had close to 250 under management, but in terms of live right now, what are we on? It's like the 29th of Jan 2025. So live right now, I've got 146 units. So I'm going to go pick up the keys to 147. The time to Leeds, like the property's actually up in Hull, right? But I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about rent to rent, whether you've heard about it and you're like unsure whether it's actually a legit strategy, or whether you got no idea what it is, but you're actually looking to do something more, you're looking to invest, you're looking to make strides in the world of business and finance. Maybe you go for financially free, or you just want to drive the fast cars or whatever, right? So rent to rent is a strategy where essentially you cash flow other people's properties. Yeah. So everybody knows you can make a lot of money in property. Yeah. It's a fact, right? But then the barrier for most people getting into it is, oh, I don't have the deposit, credit check. Actually, you know what? For me, like my barriers, like, and again, like a lot of business and finance, like it's a mind game. Like it's a mental game. You win the mental game, and you win the real game. Yeah. So before I got into rent to rent, just over, in fact, yeah, almost 3 years ago to a month, February 2022, I tried to buy an auction property. I just scaled down my marketing company. I used to run a marketing company, and I exited it with a little bit of cash in hand. And I was looking at buying an auction property. I went to get my mortgage in principle. It was for like £80,000 or something like that, right? So I had confidence, and I bid up to, I think from memory, it was like £78,000 for this property in Doncaster. Yeah, I was so excited. Like I already knew what I was going to do with it. I was going to live out of one room. I was going to do it bit by bit. It was going to be so sweet. And then when I actually came to it, like I won the bid, I paid my like 10%. It was like £7,000 and change basically to secure the property. And then when I started pushing everything through, the mortgage application failed, and it failed because I was self-employed. I was running my own company, right? Running my own LTD. Like it was basically, I guess, a rookie mistake. But they just needed a different set of information. They needed an account. My business at the time had been going for 3 years, so it was first year not very much was showing on the accounts, and then second year it was a bit better, but nothing to write home about. And then the third year was, it looked a bit better, but it was the next set of accounts that would have really shown that actually I could definitely afford this thing. But ultimately they couldn't accept current. They had to accept what had been posted on company's house. Anyway, I fell through. Knowing what I know now, I maybe still could have bridged it or something like that. Maybe I still could have done it, but at the time I didn't know what to do. And basically it fell through. I couldn't complete in time. I lost my £7,000. And I found out later, but if they hadn't have sold that property for the same amount or more subsequently, they could have literally come after me for the difference. So let's say they sold it for £60,000, something like that. They could have chased me for £18,000 at that time. I felt like I needed to get educated. Basically, I felt like I needed to smarten up. So I went and learned about property and different creative ways of acquiring properties, and I learned about rent to rent options, EDC, and all sorts of different, like really, really creative, really, really smart techniques in order to acquire a property. In actual fact, this rent to rent that are the keys. So it's a rent to rent, but then we're also pushing through legals at the moment to basically for me to acquire on a lease option as well. And what that means is the rent to rent, I've acquired the rights to, I'm renting it from the property owner for 5 years, but anytime within that 5 years, I can buy it for an agreed price. Yeah. So essentially, I'm going to sweat the property for all it's worth and use the money that the property generates as the deposit to buy the property. Yeah. So you get how that works. Okay. So anyway, rent to rent. So 3 years ago, I decided rent to rent was my strategy. Threw my heart and soul into it basically. And within 1 month of learning, I'd acquired my first rent to rent property. Within 2 months, I had 5 in hand. By the end of the year, I had I had 15, and my aim was in 1 calendar year of starting to have 100. I missed it. Yeah, I got to about 80 something, like 80 something and change. Yeah, like, I'm all right with that. Yeah. So essentially, in a nutshell, what you do is you go to Mr. or Mrs. Property Owner. Hi, my name is Misha Cunningham. I'm a property expert, and I would like to rent your property from you for 5 years' time, during which time I'm going to pay you a guaranteed rent every single month. So you know what's coming in. Your investment property is safe in my hands. I'm going to look after it. I'm going to, if blocked toilets, I'm going to sort it out. Any cosmetic damage, I'm going to sort it out. Do we have an agreement? Yeah, simple as that. I'll say simple as that. For whatever reason, some people find it difficult. However, that's okay, because 2025 goals, I'm like, there isn't necessarily as much value in me taking on rent to rents in the same way right now. Yeah, each time I take on a rent to rent, still got to deploy. You still need a little bit of cash each. Yeah, because often the properties might need a little bit of a light touch, might need a little bit of makeup, a paint and decorate here, might need some furnishings. Basically, you've got to get it ready for the tenants. Yeah. So 2025, actually, what I'd much rather do is I'd much rather help other people to get into rent to rent. Obviously for a fee, but I'm also seeing some of the fees that some people are charging out there, and they're absolutely ridiculous. Like, they're absolutely ridiculous. I'm seeing people charge 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. I saw someone trying to charge £7,000 for a rent to rent. I mean, at that rate, you're not even going to make it. Do not buy any rent to rent of people that are selling them for 4,000 plus. Think about it. It's an investment. You need to be able to make your money back during that time. Yeah. These people are just profiting from you. Okay. So, like, my offer is this. I've already started to spin up my rent to rent deal sourcing funnel again. I basically turned it off because like, I didn't need it. Yeah. Obviously, if I can get a creative lease option like the one I'm going to go pick up the keys, I'm going to keep it myself. Simple as that. But anything else, anything that I would have taken myself, yeah, where I do the math on it and I think, yes, this is a good deal. Okay, I'm going to package up and I'm going to sell to interested parties. But not only that, I'm going to give you the advice as well. I'm not just going to sell it to you. I'll basically wash my hands off you and say, off you go. I'm going to help you. So I'm going to tell you all the pitfalls, all the things which I wish that I knew back in the day when I was scaling up. So if you buy from me and if you source your rent from me, I'm going to look after you. I'm going to make sure that you're getting into the deal properly, you're presenting it properly, and you're essentially maximizing your opportunity to make life-changing amounts of money. And when I say life-changing amounts of money, yeah, rent to rent, it's a cash flow strategy. Okay. So it's not about assets, big chunks of change. Yeah. It's about regular, predictable, high levels of cash. And then you can use that to do whatever you want. You can use that to fuel your lifestyle. You can use that to fund your car, to build your business, to hire people, to train people, to go on holidays. You do you. Yeah. I'm not the money police. Yeah. I can show you how to get it. I can facilitate you getting it. And it's up to you how you actually spend that. Okay. So if that sounds fair enough, drop a message in the comments below. Reach out to me on my website, mishacunningham.com. Find me on socials. Connect to me. Yeah. Like, connect with me. Say hi. Tell me why you want to get into it. Tell me why you want this. Yeah. And let's have a conversation. Let's make this happen. All right. Peace.